Happy Thursday, Facebook friends. Welcome back to Facebook. I'm Angie Garza, Director of Professional Learning and Educational Services at ROE 47, serving Lee, Ogle, and Whiteside counties. And if you are joining us back here on this fine Thursday in January, we know that we are in the midst and in the throes of winter. The landscape is looking rather stark. We're a little cold. So today we are going to infuse a little bit of color and warmth into your day through our Teacher Talk conversations here on Facebook. And so to bring a little color to our world, I am pleased to welcome my friend, colleague, and co-host, Ms. Stacy Dingus, Digital Teaching and Learning Specialist. Good morning, Stacy.
Good morning, Angie. Happy to be here and excited about who we're featuring today. Over the years, or over the year and a half, almost 2 years, I should say, of doing these teacher talks, we have had the opportunity to have some great conversations, but I always say my very favorite ones are when we get to feature the students, the ones that are in the classroom doing the work. So with that being said, let's get this started.
You know, Stacy, I wholeheartedly agree. I love seeing what's going on in the classrooms. I love talking with our teachers and our administrators and especially our students. So we are in for a rare treat this morning here on Teacher Talk. I mentioned, Stacy, a little earlier that we were going to be kind of adding a little color to our winter lives. And that was an allusion to the conversation we're going to have this morning, because we have with us here this morning, and so excited, the winners of our Illinois American Water Art competition from St. Mary's School in Sterling. And so we are very pleased to welcome a representation from St. Mary's School. And so I'm going to start off by introducing Mrs. Melanie Selmy, who is the principal at St. Mary's, to let her introduce her friends that are joining us here on Facebook.
Good morning, Angie, and good morning, Stacy. We're so excited to be here. Thank you so much for highlighting our school and our students. I am Melanie Selmy. I'm the principal here at St. Mary's School, and let me allow my fifth grade teacher and our fifth grade students to introduce themselves.
Okay, hello, and nice to see you this afternoon. I am Vicki Liston. I am the fifth grade teacher at St. Mary's School, and behind me are my two students that both won this year's contest.
I'm Autumn Howell. I'm in fifth grade and I'm 10 years old. And I'm Grace and I'm 11 and I am in fifth grade.
We are so excited to have you. So welcome, welcome. Mrs. Liston, I'm going to start with you first. Can you tell us a little bit about the contest that the students entered? Maybe how you found out about it, if you've participated in it before, kind of really what the project was that the students had to accomplish.
Okay. Well, 3 years ago, there was a flyer in my mailbox from the Illinois American Water Company, and it was to enter this contest. It was eligible for all third, fourth, and fifth graders in Illinois. So I teach fourth and fifth grade science, so I decided to incorporate it as a natural resource water conservation type project in the classroom, and did it then. And so I've done it. Was the third year that we have done it. We do it in class as a water conservation project, and then they are given the poster, and we'll watch a little bit video about the importance of water or what water means to me, and we talk about it and discuss it. And then Illinois American Water has the theme, and I give them the template or the poster, and they go with it, and they have about a week to complete it, and then I send it down to Peoria. So that's what we do.
That sounds like quite a process and a lot of investment in time and creativity. So I'm going to ask the exciting question of the hour. And Autumn and Grace, if you wouldn't mind, I'm going to actually start with you, Autumn. Can you share with us your artwork and maybe tell us a little bit about it and why you chose to construct your piece the way you did?
The reason I made my artwork was like this was because if there was no water on Earth, there like be no humans or plants or animals. And water is also one of the main resources, so you should be careful with what you use.
Oh my gosh, that is so true. I love that. What great thoughts you have represented in your piece there. How about Grace?
All living things on Earth need water to survive, including butterflies, plants, and animals, and humans. And we need to all do our part and help provide clean water and conserve all the water so everybody can survive.
That was wonderful. Thank you so much. Ladies, can you hold up your pictures just one more time for us? And for our viewers on Facebook, we'll include pictures of this in our Facebook post. But we have some really striking and colorful representations here with the water droplets. Anything else, ladies, that you would like to share about your work?
No.
Okay, very good. Well, Mrs. Selmy, I will ask you this question. We heard some really remarkable things from these young ladies, and it wasn't just the art. It was really about conservation and what they've learned from their science experience and the importance of water in our ecosystems. So, I'm just curious that, fine arts is oftentimes something that's perhaps scaled back or cut in our schools. Can you talk with us a little bit about the importance of fine arts and what you're seeing in the classrooms? And then maybe tell us a little bit about what that looks like at St. Mary's.
Sure, absolutely. Well, I think the way that Mrs. Liston set up this lesson kind of speaks for itself with the way it appears as though it's an art lesson. And maybe you even thought that you were going to be talking to an art teacher today. But it, in fact, was a science lesson. And I think as a principal, and I'm a fairly new principal, I've been able over the last couple of years to really get into different classrooms and see different teaching styles and different ways that teachers present their lessons. And I have really come to realize even more so that fine arts is so important for a teacher to be able to see the different strengths in each of the different learners that we have in our buildings. And I have seen St. Mary's students and teachers, I've seen the teachers do a remarkable job of incorporating fine arts into the classroom to pull from student strengths. So whether it's Mrs. Liston teaching a science unit and incorporating art, or it's another teacher that assigns some sort of essay for her students, but she knows that they have a strong base in technology or maybe music. I've seen teachers do Google Slides to, instead of writing a paper, maybe typing instead of handwriting something if they have strengths in that area. So it's really been a great experience to see exactly how wonderful our teachers here are at St. Mary's and the way that they use it for differentiation every single day.
As I was listening to you share, I was just sitting here, just kind of shaking my head. So many of our students come with their own unique strengths and talents and interests. And so what an opportunity it is to kind of think outside of what we would maybe normally anticipate out of a science or a math or an English language arts lesson, to let them really show us what they know, what they understand, what they value and appreciate in so many unique and diverse ways. So thank you for that reflection and insight.
Well, Angie, a wise colleague of mine once said that this age group from about 4th and 5th grade up, they're just not done yet. And so incorporating fine arts into your instruction really allows them to see that even though, the pencil paper part of school, the traditional, what we know of what school looked like when we were younger, even if they don't have those strengths or they don't feel those strengths within themselves with that traditional format, when we start to introduce fine arts in this way, then they can really start to draw from other things that they're good at, and really just build their confidence as well.
Confidence, talents, great understanding and colors to kind of highlight and celebrate each of our students' unique gifts. So thank you so much for taking the time out to share today. We so appreciate a little glimpse into your world and to be able to celebrate both Autumn and Grace and the great work that they've done to promote water conservation through this unique competition. Thank you all so much.
It was a wonderful reward for the classroom. Each winner received $100 for the classroom to use to purchase any type of supplies necessary for the classroom. And in years past, we've I purchased things like alternative seatings and a webcam for the thing. And this year, I think we're buying, replenishing our art supplies for the brushes for the rooms and the different things that we use that become old after years of use. So that's what we're planning to do. So I was very thrilled to find out that I had 2 winners this year in my room.
Outstanding. So a win for the students and a win for the classroom and a win for St. Mary's School. So that's amazing. It's a wonderful opportunity that Illinois American Water provides for schools and children to engage. On behalf of my friend, colleague, and co-host today, Mrs. Stacy Dingus, Digital Teaching and Learning Specialist, and our special guest, Mrs. Melanie Selmy, Mrs. Vicki Liston, and our 2 very, very special honorees for our time on Teacher Talk this morning, Grace and Autumn. We want to thank you so much for tuning in this week. May your next week be filled with a newfound appreciation for water and the world around you. We hope that you have an amazing Thursday, an even better Friday, a relaxing and hopefully warm weekend. And we will see you right back here next Thursday for another edition of Teacher Talk.